Hey everyone, welcome back to the JavaScript series. In the previous video, we explored type coercion, how JavaScript automatically converts values between different data types, and why understanding that behavior is important to avoid unexpected bugs. In this video, we are going to build on that foundation by diving into operators and expressions. Operators are the symbols that allow us to perform actions like calculations, comparisons, and logical decisions, while expressions are combinations of values and operators that produce results. By the end of this video, you will have a solid understanding of how JavaScript evaluate expressions and how operators work behind the scenes, which is essential for writing clean, predictable, and efficient code. The list of operators we need to discuss. Uh, we have arithmetic operators, assignment operators, comparison operators, logical operators, and unary operator, ternary operator, and string operator, which is plus but with strings. We'll also discuss about bitwise operators and yeah. So let's start with arithmetic operators. These are the most basic operators that are used to perform mathematical calculations. So if see here, the operators are plus, minus, asterisk, which is used for multiplication. This is for division, modulo, and double asterisk, which is used for exponent. So we'll see examples. First, we have two variables, a and b, and then we'll see one by one, plus, minus, multiplication, everything. So first we'll try to add. So again, we are console logging the result, which is a plus b. Obviously, it gives you 13, and then again a minus b, which gives you 7. Then a asterisk, which is multiplication. So 10 into 3, it gives you, wait, yeah, it gives you 30. And this is division operator. So 10 divided by 3, which is this one. So it is giving you decimals, and the last decimal it is just rounding. Again, modulo. So the difference between modulo and this divide operator is this will give you the quotient and this will give you the remainder. So let's say this is giving you the quotient, which is 3.3333 and so on, but this is like remainder. When 10 is divided by 3, so you will get 3 times 3 9, and the remainder would be 1. So that modulus will give you the remainder, which is 1, right? And the last one, which is exponent, written like this, two asterisks between two numbers, and you'll see 2 to the power of 3, which is 8, and 8. Yeah, so most of these we used a lot in basic mathematics. So these work exactly like that. And the next one, assignment operators. Again, so we have equal to, plus equal to, minus equal to, asterisk equal to, which is multiplication and then assign, divide and assign, again modulo and assign. So we'll see one by one, and I'll explain what is happening here. So basically, this is assigning. So you're assigning 10 to x. So single equal to is assigning. You're storing value of 10 in the variable x. That is the first one. What is this? So this is nothing but x equal to x plus 5. So x is equal to x plus 5. So here x is already defined here, which is 10. X is equal to 10 plus 5, which gives 15. So the new value 15 is stored again in the same variable, which is x. This is another way of writing it. Okay, so try to console log. Wait a minute, I'll comment this out first. Yes. Okay, so right. See, 15 is printed to the console. Again, this is similar to x plus. See, it is similar. So this is also same. This is like x equal to x minus what do you say, 3. So 3 here our x is updated to 15 in this line. So here x is 10, but here it is updated to 15, and then now new value of x is 15 minus 3, that is 12. Now, the next one, multiplication. We are multiplying x with 2. So this expression is similar to this. Now this is same as writing like x equal to x multiplies by 2, and so you're multiplying x with 2 and you're assigning it to, you're storing it in x, the same variable. So if you remember, the data types, the primitive data types I told you, like even it looks like reassigning it, it is creating a new variable, right? It is creating a new variable, storing in a new memory location. Okay, coming back. So now x value is updated to 12. So 12 into 2 is 24. That's how now our new x value is 24. So we are dealing here with only one variable. That's why the value is changing from operator to operator. Now we multiplied it. That's why it is now 24. And the next thing, so now we are dividing it. We are dividing it by 4. So obviously x equal to x divided by 4. Here our new x is 24. So 24 divided by 4. Obviously the quotient is 6. Now the 6 is stored again in x. And the last one, which is modulo. So modulo will give you the remainder. Now x is 6. So now x equal to x modulo 4. So you are dividing x by 4 and returning the remainder. Then so 6 divided by 4 will give you 4 times 1 equal to 4, and the difference is 2. 2 will be the remainder. Now 2 is stored in x. So I think everyone knows these operators. Everyone knows these operators. They might have worked with these a lot. But this one, modulo operator, would be very useful while we are writing conditionals, checking for prime numbers or checking for even or odd. So try to remember this. Modulo will give you the remainder, and this division will give you the quotient. Okay. Now comparison operators. And we'll be writing our operators our expressions like this, shortcuts, not like this, the full versions. So it'll help us to write much more cleaner code and shorter code. Yeah. And now the comparison operators, these compare two values and always return a boolean value. So no matter what operator it is, double equal to, triple equal to, not equal to, this is also not equal to, but strictly like it checks for the type as well. It checks it if the value is not equal to, then it will give you false, and this checks for the type as well. Again, this is greater than, less than, greater than, equal to, and less than equal to. No matter what operator we use, every operator will give you a boolean value, a boolean output, which is either true or false. That's it. No other output from these comparison values. Okay, we'll see a few examples. So we'll comment these out. So here we are trying to compare number 5 with a string 5. We saw in our last class, this is loose, this double equals means loose equal to. So we are not checking for the type here, we are just checking for the value. So 5 equal to 5, that returns true. So let's console log this and see. Right. Yeah, so this returns true. And now this is strict equal to, right? Now this will check for the type, like this will not allow type coercion. This will allow type coercion, but this will not allow type coercion. Okay, so now this checks for the type, and if the value and the type, both the value and the type are equal, are same, then it would return true, otherwise false. So here the value is same, 5 and 5, but the data type is number here and string here, so it will return you false. You see here, false. This one, this is not equal to, right? So we are comparing 5 and 3, and 5 not equal to 3, so which is true, right? Okay, so we'll see this. So I wanted to show you the difference between these two, so we'll see these. We'll comment this out, this one and this one too. So we'll do this. Yeah, so we'll see the difference. So this is false and this is true. Why? Because as this is loose equality and strict equality, similarly this is also like that. You are saying that these two values are not equal. You are not saying the type of these two, we are not saying anything about this type. So when we are using this, it is just checking the value, not the type. Though, so here the value is 5, here the value is 5. They are equal, but we are saying they are not equal, hence it returns false. Here this is strict equality, so you are saying this and this is not equal. So in strict equality, type is also considered, compared. So here it is number, here it is string. Even though the value is 5, the data types are different, and you are saying, yeah, yes, they are not equal, they are different, and that's why it returns true. Okay, again, try to use this always try to use strict equality. Okay. Again, we are comparing this 5 greater than 3. You already know that is true, so we'll see true. So again, no matter what operator it is, in comparison, every comparison operator will give you a boolean output which is true or false. Double equal to checks only values, while triple equal to checks both values and type. Using triple equal to is considered best practice. Okay, and the next one, logical operators. Logical operators are used when we want to combine multiple conditions. We'll see examples. First, these are the logical operators we have. This is and, this is logical and this is logical or, and this exclamation mark, this is this reverses your condition. So I'll show you examples, and you'll get an idea of like what they are doing. So this logical and has like will result in true in only one case. So we have two conditions here, so there are like 4 chances. First one is true and second one is true, right? First one is true but second one is false. First one is false but second one is true, and the last condition is both are false. So logical AND returns true only when both the conditions are same. So these two should be either true or false. Both are true or both are false. So we'll see. True, false, false. So we gave our age 20. Age is greater than 18, which is true. And age is less than 30. That is also true. That is why it is returning in true. Sorry, I don't think it works in both false conditions. Just let's check. No. So out of the four possibilities, logical AND gives you true for only one possibility, which is both the conditions should be true. Both conditions should be true, right? And logical OR, again, four possibilities here. It gives you true for three possibilities, which is like either of them is true, it gives you true. Like if the first type is if let's say this is true and this is false, it gives you true. And this is false but this is true, still the result is true. Both are true, the result is true. The only condition it gives false is both should be false. Here age is 20, this condition is false. 20 is not less than 18, and again 20 is not greater than 60. This is false and this is false. That is why it is returning false. So we'll check. So the second one is false. And the third one, this exclamation is like reverse. So if you see here, this is reverse. So if you put an exclamation mark in front of this, it would give you false. False. Wait. Yeah. So this is false because we have an exclamation here, and reverse true. The reverse of true is false. So if I remove exclamation here and run it, see, the first one is true, 5 is greater than 3 true, and this is false. These are our logical operators. And the next one, which is unary operator. Unary operators, we have three, which are plus, plus, minus, minus, and type of. They work with a single value. They don't need any other value for their expressions. They just work with one single value. We'll see examples. These are also simple, and if you just understand what's going on here, they are not much confusing. Again, so we declare a variable and assign the variable value 5, right? So plus plus, what this does, so it is adding, this is similar to count equal to count plus 1. So here you are specifying 1, but this automatically means add 1. This means add 1. So here, sorry, yeah, here I'm adding 1. That's why when I try to console log it, when I try to console log this one here, I'll get 6 as my output. Wait, I'll show you how there are different uses, like in different types we can use this operator. I'll show you quickly. Wait, this one. See, 5. Why it is printing 5? So you are saying that now we are using inside console log. So what console log does is, the console log comes here, sees count and prints count first, and then this operator, does its work. So if we change this operator to the front, you're writing the same thing, but now the operators is in the front. Now the output is 6, because now console log, again, when it comes to print this, it sees that this operator, so it performs the evaluation, which is adding 1 to the count, and then prints the count. Understand? Like if you add this before any calculation you're performing, if you have this symbol before the variable, it will perform the it will evaluate first and then do the calculation. If you have it at the end, it will do the calculation first and then evaluate this expression, which is adding 1 to your variable. Similarly in case of minus. Okay, so let's reverse this so that it doesn't confuse. Now here we are adding 1 to our count, and we print count and it gives you 6. In the next line we are subtracting 1 again. We are trying to print here and it gives you 5 again. And our type of operator, this is also unary operator because also works with only one value. Type of our count, which is number. That's it. So remember, plus plus increases value by 1, minus minus decreases it by 1, and type of tells us the data type. And ternary operator, this is only one operator, right? So it is a shorter way to write an if-else statement. You saw already, shorter ways to write something. Wait, I'll show you again. So here you saw this is a shorter way to write an expression like this. So this can be written like x plus equal to 5. Similarly, to write if-else statements in a shorter way, we write this one. So how we'll write if-else? So we did not discuss if-else yet, so don't worry. So we'll write like this. So if true, evaluate console.log this one. If this one. So this is how you write console log. If condition is true, this will be evaluated. If it's false, this will be evaluated, means executed, right? Instead of writing this, so here true, right? So I'll directly change this one, right, into a ternary operator, so it will be easy for you to understand. So this is how you're writing. So if you want to change this into a ternary operator, you'll write something like this. So you'll write your condition, which is true, and you'll have a question mark. You'll have value 1, which is our console log value 1, a colon, and value 2, right? So we'll see output of both these if else and ternary operator. So it gives you yes, right? And we'll see this one gives you yes. Both the conditions give yes, and I'll write false here to see what happens if the condition is not true. Again, when you write a condition here, no matter which condition it is, what operator you use, always it returns a boolean value, right? So now it is false. So if we run this block, we'll see no. Similarly, if we change our condition to false and run this ternary operator, again no here. So this is how ternary operator works. I already have the example here. So age, why we also have age here? Okay, so age equal to 17. So now now our condition is age greater than or equal to 18, which is false. So if it is true, this will be executed. If it is, this will be returned. If it is false, and this will be returned. Because we are assigning here, if this condition is true, this will be assigned to result. If this condition is false, minor will be assigned to result. If we try to console log, which is age greater than or equal to, which is false, so minor is yeah, minor is assigned to our result. If the I want, what is it? Yeah, if the condition is true, first value runs, and if it is false, second value runs. And now the string operator. This is again plus, but it I explained in my previous video. It works different when it is, when you're dealing with when you're dealing strings, right? So plus in a coding, press always prefers string concatenation. So it checks for the data types first, and if it finds a string, if we have 3 or 4 elements, but one of them is a string, so everything it converts into string and performs string concatenation. We'll see what string concatenation is. We saw this in the last video, but so this is John, and the last name is Doe, and we are adding a space in between. So John space Doe. So if we console log this, we have John Doe. This I don't know it. I won't go into detail, to explain how concatenation is happening, because I explained this in my last video. So we don't need to dive into this much. And bitwise operators. We are going to skip bitwise operators. Actually, it is better to skip them. Why? Because we rarely use these operators in our everyday JavaScript, and this is confusing for beginners. So it is, out of scope of this tutorial series, and this can also distract you from the core concepts. It can create much more confusion, unnecessary confusion, because you will only be using these operators. I developed APIs and I used only these operators. I don't remember the last time I used bitwise operators. Okay, there are some special problem statements you'll face in rarely. So, and yeah, these are not needed for web development basics, so it's better to skip them. So yeah, that's it about the operators. In our next video, we'll try to write some clean JavaScript code, and we'll try to build something. So yeah, see you in the next video.